Okay, so I am now with some friends again from Austria, and it's funny because our conversation turned to our former president Donald Trump, and so they are wanting to explain a little bit of like what their opinions are, and see it's different how the Europeans look at Americans and our government. Please tell us, like, when we had Donald Trump, you just made a joke,
Yeah.
didn't you, about
Well, at the beginning it was surprising that he got elected. Then it was a little scary, but at the end of the day, it was 4 years of fun, 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 watching all these videos about him and all the shows. It was funny.
so it was funny to see the interesting things that he was doing, and we were always in the news, weren't we?
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, were you able to see everything he was tweeting? Did you
Uh,
get a copy of those things in
yeah,
Austria?
you can look at the tweets as well, but mostly it was some of the tweets landed in the news or on other channels where people forwarded it or something
Were
like
you
that.
guys laughing at Americans during this time? Or did you feel sorry for Americans?
Both, maybe, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. You were laughing at, yeah. Everybody hearing me, people were making fun of us because of how our government was turning out. Right. And so, what happened during our election between Trump and Joe Biden, who is now currently our new president? What were you guys all watching the news during our election to see what was
Yes,
happening?
we've made little TV shows where they're explaining stuff and things like that.
Uh-huh.
It was also surprising that people were he almost got elected again. But after that 4 years was I wouldn't have expected.
Right. You would have expected that Donald Trump would not be reelected.
No, and clearly not.
Right. So there was a big controversy in the United States about whether it was a stolen election, whether or not Trump truly lost or Biden truly lost. Like, what is the conversation like here in Europe about that?
It, I think that depends whom you ask, but from my perspective, it looked like he clearly lost.
That Trump clearly lost.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he's that kind of guy who wouldn't accept it, so that's a fit.
Right, he threw a fit because he couldn't accept that he lost. Okay, what else do you want to say? Anything? Okay, what about you, Thomas? Thomas,
Nice to
sorry,
look
I'm
at
sorry.
him.
Thomas is
No,
a Spanish
fine.
pronunciation.
Okay,
Okay,
it was
Thomas.
nice to look at him. It is all he
Hang on,
said.
hang on.
All, so all he said was something about like the truth. So there is no other opinion, I think, except his opinion.
Who's his opinion? Who are you talking about, Roman? Or are you talking about
not
Donald
talking-
Trump?
I'm
Who are you
talking
talking
about
about?
Donald.
You're talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald
Okay.
Trump.
Roman is the friend that just was speaking. Okay, so go ahead. It was just his opinion. Keep going.
But I was not really looking into the detailing. But most of all, the first things that I was thinking about, it may be that he's the minister of tourism, because he's all the time talking about his state, himself, and our media. They took all the things that he was talking and they put it into our TVs. So we had to look at it. And our TV shows, our TVs, our news were all the time talking about him. They were not talking about our government, they were talking about his government.
They were always so
And his
your
state.
government in Austria was the media was forcing you to see Donald Trump
Yes.
talking?
Yeah, they were all the time talking about his opinions and his voice and what he's thinking about. Maybe because everything is relying on that what the American president is talking or thinking or doing.
So now that
And
so
all
now
is depending on his words. All the other states, the Europeans, all they are depending and belonging to that what he's talking English. So it's if it's Biden or if it's Donald Trump, maybe the one who is on the chapter and who is talking about him. We have to listen. Europe is not as strong currently as it should be. That its decision comes from itself. all the time depends on the American decisions.
Right. So European decisions are dependent on what the American decisions are. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that Joe Biden has been elected, do you see in the news everything about Joe Biden?
No, we didn't see currently what Joe Biden did.
You don't.
No.
For that reason, you're thinking that something was being pushed for you to see only about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Do you think it was just because Donald Trump has been entertaining for 4 years?
He's entertaining, and the media liked him.
And the media liked it.
him. So that's because why it took him.
Right.
And it was, for me, it was something like a tourism minister. So maybe
The tourist of
minister,
minister.
that the people are coming and watching him or watching his state and his country to to get in foregrounding. You know, the Europeans don't have some politicians think that they are sitting in the foreground. Yeah.
Right. Okay, any final words? Because we're looking at the fish going by. Okay, thank you. Dankeschön. Dankeschön.